Well, hello, everybody. How's it going on this Saturday evening? It's playoff Saturday. Ravens got the job done as they easily won over the Houston Texans. I fully expected that. I have the game to the left of me with the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. 3-0 Packers. That should be an interesting game from San Francisco. It's raining there, so we got a little bit of weather. But what's going on? What's the most important thing when we do these chats? The FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. What is going on, people? I have my AEW Hey You mug. Coffee. So we have Cleve Baseball Fan 879. How you doing, my friend Tim? Check out that wonderful channel. Again, that's Cleve Baseball Fan 879. We also have our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike, his channel Sports Time Machine. Once again, his channel Sports Time Machine. Please check out and subscribe to that channel also. I really enjoy his bowling. I enjoy a lot of what he does, but I really like the bowling. I wish I could get that game. Mark Jones, how you doing? He says, Tourney in Cooperstown in April. Are you going, Mark? Cleve Baseball Fan. It's Al's Wonderful Stories. They are wonderful stories. We riff off the chat, off the FOC. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. SGJ Jamie, how you doing? Oh, I remember that game. Oh, what the heck was that game? What was that game? His little icon thing. That was the first game that looked like cartoon animation. Oh, God, what was that game? I remember that game. Mark Jones picked up the 77 and 1927 APA season at a used bookstore in Cooperstown yesterday. Awesome, awesome. I'm really enjoying APA. Got to get back to that. I've been wanting to play some tabletop. We have to finish off our golf tournament using History Maker Golf. Just do not have the time to set up the game with our grandson, Wyatt. Wyatt likes to come in this room and create havoc. This is our little man cave, and Wyatt he's discovered my old football helmets. And I try to let him play with the new football helmets because I don't care if he breaks. I don't care if he breaks any of them, but I'll just buy more of them. Little Wyatt loves this room. What is the name of this game? This game here, SGJ Jamie, your icon. This was the first game with animation, like cartoon animation. I remember that. We have another replay guy, hooray. That's our good friend, Michael Conesteri. Hope all is well with you. Check out and subscribe to that channel. Another replay guy, hooray. Mark Jones purchased a book when the boys came back from baseball. 1946, cool. There it is, Dragon's Lair. Yes. What console was that on? I didn't have that console. Was that ColecoVision? I don't remember. W Vogs has joined us. How you doing? Mark Jones says he's attending. I'm attending and entering my first tourney. Awesome. Good luck there, my friend. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. There's an APA football tourney in Canton, Ohio at the Hall of Fame in August. Cool, cool. JD the Dragon. How you doing, JD? Check out his wonderful channel. Our good friend JD the Dragon. So, SGJ Jamie says it was only the arcade. I thought that eventually came out. Again, I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But I remember seeing that. I was like, holy cow, is that cool? And you're right. It probably was at the arcade. Mark Jones. I grew up 45 minutes from Canton and now live 45 minutes from Cooperstown. Laserdisc game. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry. There it is. It was a Laserdisc game. San Francisco has the ball out near midfield right now. I'm going to tell you something right now. I predict the Patriots will not lose a playoff game this playoff season. And I'm happy to see Gerard Mayo as our head coach. That was a pass. But, yeah, they're near midfield. They probably just crossed midfield. Purdy hits. I can't see who caught it. Was that Robin? Who's that? 15? Still 3-0 Packers. Doing good, man. Just watching the 49ers and Packers. So am I. So am I, JD. How's the weather out in Colorado? Purdy to throw underneath to the sideline. That's about a 10. That's a 10, 11-yard gain. A little pushing and shoving. Well, a little dirty looks. Not really pushing and shoving there. Okay, so Dragon's Lair did eventually get ported to the NES. Sports Time Machine, sorry, I probably missed my intro. Hello, my friend. Again, check out our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike, YouTube channel, Sports Time Machine. JD says it was 40 degrees yesterday. This is in Colorado. Too damn warm. Need more snow. Haven't had much this year. It is freezing cold here. It is 16 degrees Fahrenheit. That wouldn't be so bad if it was Celsius, I think. So we have about 9:33. Well, clock stopped, incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. 9:33 left in the first quarter, 3-0 Packers. How's everyone's gaming going? What are your projects? What are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to getting back to some APA baseball. I think we'll do 1988 What If World Series. The Red Sox and the Mets, a rematch of 86. That never happened, but we all wanted it to if you're Red Sox or Mets fans. Oh, boxing update. Makila Mayer got jobbed in England today against Natasha Jones. Split decision in 10. Well, it is boxing, and you know weird things happen in boxing. JD in Colorado says it's currently 36 degrees. That sounds nice. I take 36 degrees. Oh, yeah, so we're looking to get back to some APA baseball. Saw Uncle Dave Gardner played some. I didn't watch it, but he's played some 78 Red Sox APA baseball. And, of course, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, 2007 Stratomatic League Championship Series premiering Game 4. Indians-Yankees at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So if you can be there, check that out on Cleve Baseball Fans 879 channel. 2007 Stratomatic League Championship Series. San Francisco has just gone ahead 6-3 touchdown pass. Purdy to Greg Kittle. Kittle needs to get a haircut. He looks horrible with long hair. Some people look good with long hair. He is not one of them. So we await the extra point. So it was a touchdown toss. Purdy to Kittle, 6-3. Probably soon to be 7-3. Under 7 minutes of play in the first quarter. I'll give you the exact time in a moment. As Cleve Baseball Fan says, touchdown 49ers, you are correct. I'm sorry, that's 8:42. I don't have my distance glasses. I have my computer glasses. Extra point is good. Our good friend Sports Time Machine. I'm loving my bowling and the In the Pocket bowling project. I enjoy that. That was a nice pass, JD. I don't know if the Packers can hang with the 49ers. We'll find out. That's why they play the games. Another replay guy, hooray. Our good friend Michael Conastari says, I'm about a third done with my first round of History Maker Baseball, 73 versus 89 anniversary set franchise tournament. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Red Sox one. I'm not going to spoil it. And what he does is he took the 73 Red Sox against the 98 Red Sox. They play a best 2 out of 3. He's doing that for every team. It's a lot of fun. I think the Giants were the next one that I saw, and he's had more of them up. Like I said, I can't get to everybody's channel, but I sure try to watch as much as I can and listen to. I like to get back to some History Maker Baseball. So many fun games. Whether you're playing sports sims on the tabletop or on the PC, I'm really enjoying my 1970 Red Sox Mets replay action PC baseball. Also, let me put this up quite quickly. If you're an action PC sports fan, and you haven't seen this yet, hold on. I think this sale is going on still. And what I'm going to show you, again, pardon me, I'm bringing it up. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. And let's go to, I think this is still ongoing right now. swing this to this side. We're going to share the screen in a moment. Action PC Action PC Sports Games, is having a sale. If you buy something for $5, I'm going to show you what you can click and get for free. I'm going to show you what you can click and get for free if you just purchase something for $5. Dave Cook's sales are unbelievable. Before we do that, JD says, I don't think so either. At the beginning of the season, I picked 49ers versus Ravens, though I'm going for Buffalo and the Lions. I'm pulling for the Lions. Those are good picks, JD. And that's awesome in the beginning of the year. You had those. I'm pulling for the Lions. I like to see the Lions and Buffalo. It would be interesting. David Zielinski's joined us. He says, good evening, Al, in the chat. I've never been a Patriots fan, but I do like Pat the Patriot logo. I love Pat the Patriot logo. My favorite logo for the Patriots. Okay, so again, if you're an Action PC game person, Dave Cook Sports Games, they have a sale going right now. If you go there and you buy something for $5, here's the stuff you can get for free by going under freebies and just clicking on it. So let me see if I can remember. Nope. Oh, share the screen. Yeah, we want to do that. Okay. Okay, so here it is. And let's go full screen. So again, if you go and you purchase, let's go to, if you went to Dave Cook, okay, and you can see he has sales. All the games are on sale. But here, you would scroll down. If you make a $5 purchase, you scroll down to here, go to freebies. Let's see if we can make, how do I make this bigger? Is it this way? There we go. And let's, okay, that's done with that. So if you, right here, you can clearly see sales price 0. These, you can click on all of these, and all you have to do is make a $5 purchase. A $5 purchase. So you can pick up the 2016-2017 college basketball Division I, 1945 Army, 1949 Oklahoma college football, 1954 Notre Dame college football, 1961 Cincinnati college basketball, 1965 Texas Western college basketball, 1966 baseball season, 1979 football season, and this is always here. I've always seen it, but if you like the Pacific Coast League, 46, 48, 50, 52 minor league baseball, and then the defunct, I think this was the American Basketball League, 61 to 62. But again, you can get a full college basketball season. I might actually look to pick up something for $5. I don't think I have the 2016-17 college basketball season. I have all these teams because I have the great teams leagues for college football and basketball, but I'm going to double check. I have the 66 season. I've played that replay, and I have the 79 football season. But that's pretty nice, don't you think? You make a purchase for $5, and this is what you get. Let's do this here. Oh, let's do. Is it that? This. Trying to get it back the way it was. There we go. Stop sharing the screen. So that's a pretty nice deal if you have Action PC games. And there's a sale going on now. You purchase something for $5. You go to the freebies. You can pick up a college basketball season, as I just showed you, 2016, 2017. Let's show you one more time real quick. So again, you can get the 2016, 2017 college basketball season. That's all the Division I teams. Let's look for info, and you can see 354 Division I basketball teams. And all you have to do is purchase something for $5. Let's go back. You also get the 1945 Army college football, 1949 Oklahoma. If you're interested in Great classic teams, 1954 Notre Dame, college football, 61 Cincinnati Bearcats. And I think is Oscar Robinson on that team? So that's a pretty good team. So that's quite interesting. And 1965 Texas Western College basketball. I think they're TCU. Is this TCU now or Texas A&M? So that's, and I think this is the team that won the national title with, oh God, is this the team they made the movie on with the African-American starters? They beat Kentucky. Cleve baseball fan, UTEP. Okay, University of Texas, El Paso. Okay, that's who it was. Thank you. So they did make the movie on this team. Again, if you have action PC games, I'm not telling you to buy them, but if you have them, this is a great deal. Let's see what Green Bay is doing here. They have 3rd and 7 on their side of the field. No, they're in. I'm sorry, they're on San Francisco's side of the field. Love back to pass under duress. He's going to scramble, throwing on the run. He floats it complete. First down inside the 10. Nice job of scrambling. He floated it out there. Nice catch by, is that 87? Can't see his name. Dobbs. It's Dobbs. So these are things. I think the gem here, the 2 gems to me, you get 3. You get 3 free seasons. You get 79 football, 66 baseball, and 2016-2017 college basketball. I don't know if I have this one. This is the only one I might not have. I have the other things. So it'd be worth for me to find something for $5 or a little more and pick up this season. Normally $25, get it for nothing. That's pretty cool. All right, stop sharing the screen. Back to the chat. JD says, I like how Love is playing, and damn Green Bay for always finding franchise quarterbacks. Well, they got a pretty good one. Let's see how it goes. That was they had some pressure on him. He scrambled to his left, it looked like, from TV. So now they have 1st and goal from the 7, I think. They're in shotgun. It's a run. Nope, play action. Play action. Love under duress. Oh, boy. Risky pass. Pretty much nothing. They got nothing there. I think they might have lost a couple of yards. Our good friend Bob Zolke, always doing fun projects. Love Bob Zolke. He had, I'm not going to spoil it, Card and Dice Stratomatic Football, 1972 Dolphins, 1985 Bears. Now, if you know Bob Zolke, who do you think he was going for between the 72 Dolphins and the 85 Bears? Very fun game. Card and Dice. He played it marvelously. I think he used a regular clock as his timer, and he did it in I think he did like an hour and 15 minutes, I think. And I listened to the whole thing from work. Oh, off the back foot, out of the end zone. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. Boy, if the 49ers can hold them to a field goal. Marlon Price, hi, Al. Enjoy your streams with audio off for the football game. Why would you have the audio off? But that's cool. As long as you enjoy the games. You must not like my voice. Doug Hunt, the Bears. You are correct. Sportsman Z is a Bears fan. And the field goal is good. Oh, I got it. I get it. I'm sorry, Marlon. Sometimes Al's a little thick. I'm reading that again because I said I don't think I interpreted that correctly. He says, hi, Al, enjoying the stream with audio off for football game. Thank you. I understand, Marlon. I thought you meant you turn the audio off when I stream football games. I got it. I got it, Marlon. I apologize. I was like, that's an interesting comment because I'm stupid. I misinterpreted. I'm about 10, 13 seconds ahead of you for the game. Yes, you are. So if we could bet quickly, we have our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. He's in the future. So this chat is for Arnold Hunter. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Arnold Hunter wanted to chat. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh, it's kind of late and I'm tired. And again, I apologize, my friend Marlon. I was like, I don't get that. And then click, it clicked. I need more coffee. Yeah, so that was a really fun, as people are saying hello to Bob Z. Doug's saying hello to Bob Z. And again, hello to Arnold Hunter. Oh, yeah, I like that. That was, I always enjoy watching Card and Dice Stratomatic or Card and Dice whatever, football. It was interesting, and he played it really quick. And it was fun the way he did it. So I'm going to try to get a little, I have a way I think I want to do Card and Dice basketball. I'm still figuring it out. It's not going to be a full game, but I'm figuring it out. Once I find, I have my 85, 86, or 86, 87, or 87, 88. I can't remember. Back there. Of course, I can't find the rules, which I know I have them. And I can't find the Celtics and Lakers, which I wanted to use. So I might be making a purchase from Strat, though I wanted that season, an older season. That's the one thing wrong with, I love Stratomatic Baseball. I have lots of seasons. We're going to get back to that. I'm trying to figure out some stuff to do. I'm more of a one-off kind of person or small card and dice projects. I really need to get back to the, or not need, I don't need to do anything. None of us need to do anything except go to work and, I guess, pay our bills. But I'm looking forward to getting back to the History Maker Golf Tournament. I might do an Arnold Palmer match with somebody just to get myself familiar again with the game. I know it because I'm learning a couple of other games. Oh, and of course, Anthony Bleacher Bums Gaming, the pro football game came out. We played a couple of games on the channel. Again, you can play it much quicker than I do. We played them really slow, and the first game was really, we learned a lot because Anthony was in the chat. There were things I misinterpreted. The second game, we did it Excel to show it off more. And I believe I explained it much better. And we'll get back to that. I think when I stream that, I think I will use the Excel setup. Again, the PDF is so reasonably priced. I will be picking up once he has the hard copy ready. I will be purchasing that also. So that is, let's go to a little sidelinestrategies.com here for our good friend Anthony Crooks. Sideline strategy games. And it's a very fun game. And please don't judge any game I play on how fast you can play it if you want to play it fast. You can play this football game quick play. I like hybrid. I've gotten used to that where you get your drive going. And then if you get across the other team's 50 on their side of the field, you pick up play-by-play mode. That's pretty cool. Or I used to play the college game strictly play-by-play. All right, so let's share the screen here. 7-6 49ers. We have 3:26 and counting in the first half. Short pass. Oh, he's going to pick up the first down. Is it me or is tackling just poor? That was a nice catch and run. All right, let's share this screen. And we'll show you, if you're interested in Glory Days football, pro football, share the screen and share. Okay, so sidelinestrategies.com. That's the site. You can see that here. You go to shop, or let's go to games, and you can see Glory Days boxing, but there's other games here, so I don't know. Let's go to shop. And you can see Glory Days. Now, I believe the PDF is ready for purchase. Glory Days football. Let's click on that. And PDF. All right, so you have the college football, and here's the pro football right here. PDF pro football. And it's $8. This has the star system, just like the boxing game, where the college football does not yet, but the newer game will have it. And I believe he's going to offer that. If you have the older game, you're going to get like updated charts or something, or how to use the star system, I think. But this is, we did a couple of games on the channel. Also check out Bleacher Bums Gaming, our good friend Anthony Crooks, to see more of this very fun game, Glory Days Pro Football. PDF, $8. And what you get with that, teams included 1949 Eagles, 1950 Cleveland Browns, 1958 Baltimore Colts, 1960 Philadelphia Eagles, 1962 Packers, who went, was it 12-1? 11-1? Did they play 14 games? 13-1, 14 games, I'm sorry. The one loss was on Thanksgiving to the Lions, I think. 63 Bears, 64 Cleveland Browns, 68 Jets, that's Joe Namath, 69 Chiefs and Vikings, so you can replay that Super Bowl, 72 Dolphins, 75 Pittsburgh Steelers, 76 Raiders, 77 Cowboys, 78 Steelers, 81 Bengals, 84 San Francisco, 85 Bears, 86 New York Giants, 1990 Buffalo Bills, 91 Washington Redskins, 92 Dallas Cowboys, 1994 San Francisco 49ers, 1996 Green Bay Packers, 1998 Denver Broncos, 1999 St. Louis, I almost said Cardinals, Rams, 2000 Baltimore Ravens, 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2007 New England Patriots, 2009 New Orleans Saints, 2013 Seattle Seahawks, 2016 Patriots. So it's a great teams file, and that can be a lot of fun. And again, this is sideline strategies, shop. You go to Glory Days, football. You'll see print and PDF. Only the PDF version for the pro game available at the moment. You click on that. And there it is. Glory Days, pro football game, PDF version, $8. $8. Okay. The one thing I'm probably going to recommend to Anthony, just for me, I like the grid field as opposed to the little lines. It's very difficult with these old eyes seeing the little lines. So again, that's Glory Days football. This is the pro football version, as we showed you one last time. Great teams league. Okay, let's stop sharing that and go full screen. So let's get back to the chat. JD says, tackling is poor. Rule changes have killed the defensive game. I agree. And here's another first down. I think that's to that was the McCafferty out of the backfield. I don't like the rule changes when it comes to defense. I don't mind the targeting stuff and don't hit with the head or don't target the head. I'm cool with that, but they have to use more common sense. I was watching a playoff game last year. Last year. I didn't watch much football last week. I think that whole Peacock fiasco pissed me off. And I watched some of the Lions game on Sunday night, excuse me. That was a good game. Didn't really watch this afternoon. I'm not really watching now. I'm just listening. I'm enjoying the chat with the FOC. SGJ Jamie saw interview with John Riggins talking about how bad tackling is in modern football. It's horrible. It's horrible. They tackle too high. Even if you tackle high, for God's sakes, grab onto them. It's all, and like put your body into it. It's tackling's bad. Here comes McCafferty. Nice little run, tough run. Larry Harris, how you doing? He says, good evening, all. Go Packers. I have nothing against the 49ers, though. If you're a Packers fan, that's cool. That's what it's about, rooting for the teams you like. As I stated, the Patriots will not lose a playoff game this playoff season. And don't say because they didn't make it. You're correct, though. Doug Hunt. Those are some great teams. Yeah, it's fun. I like Great Teams League. I'm hoping now he's going to do season sets, but I hope he also maybe, if he doesn't want to do full seasons, like playoff sets, that would be fun. But Anthony likes to do full seasons. Cutter Historical, how you doing? As he says, check out that channel. This is Cutter Historical. New stuff has dropped on my channel. Been taping Legends of Boxing tournament. Cool. Excellent. Very fun game, Legends of Boxing. Cleve baseball fan saying hello to Larry Harris. JD, last Monday night, Ray Lewis was on with the Mannings. Oh, man, I should have watched that. I love that's fun football. You put it on ESPN, I think it's ESPN2, and you have Peyton and Eli Manning just talking football and having fun. That's fun stuff. If I knew that was on, I would have watched that. I forgot totally. So JD, again, check out his wonderful channel, subscribe. And again, I should have started off. Thank you very much for all the subscribers that we have on this channel. Right now, we're 4 away from 2K. It'd be awesome to pick it up this weekend. But thank you for everyone who subscribed. The FOC who comes and enjoy the chats, who come and enjoy the streams. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Just looking over. It looks like the 26 seconds left in the half. And, the rain's coming down quite hard now. Timeout, second timeout used by San Francisco. I think they're in field goal range. It's pouring rain there now. So, again, let's go back to JD. You're saying Ray Lewis was on with the Manning brothers, ripping the Eagles about their tackling. I just don't get it, how they can't tackle these teams. I'm not saying you make all the tackles. Hell, when you played football, whether in high school or sandlot or just pickup games, you don't always make all your tackles. But these guys, they tackle too high, all arm tackles too. For God's sakes, I don't think, my God, grab them here. I don't think that's a horse collar. Grab them by their shirt. Bring them down. Larry Harris, every time the Mannings are on, I watch them. They're awesome. That is an awesome way to watch football. Very fun, very ingenious, creative way to watch football, where there's two guys talking, having fun. It's like if you're sitting watching a game with your friends. I think that's what sports needs more of. I don't need 4,000 sideline reporters. I know there's not 4,000 sideline reporters. I don't need someone asking the coach before the half, how does it feel getting your ass kicked right now? I don't need that. I don't think the coach wants that in any sport. I can't stand that. I like some of the personal stuff before the game, and then give me the game. If you watch what's it, Dave Volsky's Backdoor channel, where he has all the old football games up until the early or mid-'80s. I think it goes to the mid-'80s. He has a lot of beautiful football games. You see a game from the 70s and how they called it. They're just calling the game and they joked around a bit. I like that. I think it's overkill on the reporting of a game. And I think it's overkill on the statistics stuff. Yeah, I want to know the stats, but I want to know the prevalent stats. And I get people want fantasy football. That's cool. That's cool. Mark Jones. Is Ray Lewis the best middle linebacker of all time? I was thinking about that earlier today. There's a lot of great middle linebackers. Ray Nitsky, Mike Singletary. There's a lot great, and I'm missing Dick Butkus. There's a lot of great middle linebackers, whether the 4-3 or 3-4. He's obviously was great. Ray Lewis was great. Is he the greatest? It's tough to say who's the greatest of anything. You can't take away from the guys who came before. I'm trying to think now, middle linebackers. As many. I mean, Pittsburgh in the 60s, I can see the guy. I don't know his name. He was an unbelievable middle linebacker on bad teams. I can see the Pittsburgh. I'm not talking about Jack Lambert, but yes, he was great also. In the 60s, there was a linebacker Here's the problem with anything. When we look back at stuff and you say, oh, this person's the greatest or could be the greatest of all time, there's just a lot of great linebackers throughout football. Denver had great linebackers. I know you're talking about middle linebackers, but I'm saying the Patriots had some great linebackers. But yeah, Ray Lewis is right up there. Absolutely. But you can't take anything away from Mike Singletary. You can't take anything away from Ray Nitschke. Jack Lambert. I said someone before, now I forgot. Dick Butkus. You can't take away from those guys. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying there's a lot of great players out there. Chat's moving really fast. All right, let's go here. Oh, God, what was that Pittsburgh linebacker from the 60s? They did a great NFL film thing on him. Let's quickly go back to the chat. JD says Lewis top 5 for sure. Yeah, I don't. And again, everyone can have their different lists. Dick Butkus, absolutely. Jack Harris, Jack Lambert. Larry Harris is Jack Lambert. I said Jack Harris. Absolutely. SGJ Jamie, I agree. Too much technical talk. Call the game. Tell funny stories, and we are good. Absolutely. Purdy throws, sidelines incomplete. This is going to be I mean, the kicking game's so good nowadays, but this is going to be a long field goal in the rain, it looks like. Bob Brunig. Cowboys, right? Brunig? Cowboys. Andy Russell. Andy Russell, Bears Den 007. He was excellent linebacker. Another replay guy. My pet peeve with today's football announcers they are always talking about the OC, DC, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and how they will make great head coaches. Okay, so here comes. I don't disagree with you. I want them to call a game, have fun, tell stories. That brings out more of their personality. I'm not saying to say give their opinion. I just think they're all the same. They all have the same speak. It's boring. And listen, football is a tough game. Hard hits. They're outstanding athletes, better athletes, I guess I'll say, than back in the days when I enjoyed football better. They're not better football players. They're not. The coaches are not better. Oh, he shanked it. Did they get a piece of it? Oh, it was blocked. Wow. So Green Bay got penetration. They blocked it. Let's see this. Oh, yeah. Number 96 for the Packers. Again, the football players are great nowadays. Great athletes, and some of them, all of them could play in any era. But there's some nowadays who have the football smarts, and there's a lot of them who don't have the football smarts. And the football coaching now is nowhere on par to a few years back. No way. No. When you have to look at a stupid sheet, should I go for 2 or should I not go for 2? You only go for 2 when you have to go for 2. And sometimes it works when they do it. And, my uncle would watch, well, it worked that time. It's still the wrong thing. It doesn't make sense. Don't chase points until you have to. I think everything's overanalyzed. Football is very simple. You block the guy in front of you, play smart, and you play better. So let's continue to go down. This chat is moving really fast. JT 2.0, he says, hello, sports fans. There's a good one, Steve Nelson. I'm not saying Steve Nelson's better than Ray Lewis, but he was an excellent middle linebacker. Raiders had good linebackers. Marlon Price says, I'm kind of new to the hobby and streaming card and dice games. I've noticed that most of the streamers are Boston and New England fans. Can you recommend any who favor other franchises? Oh, there's lots of them. Sports Time Machine's a Yankee fan. Anthony Crooks is a Yankee fan. Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879 is a Cleveland. What are they called now? The Guardians, a.k.a. the Indians. Dave Little's. Oh, Dave Little. I believe Dave's a Reds fan. He's an Ohio fan. Wrestling video stream he did today with his Phil Singer wrestling game. Fun game. I'll be listening to that. Probably I'm going to listen to that tomorrow or Monday at work. So check out Dave Little, our good friend Dave Little, the doctor of wrestling. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Larry Harris. Okay, just back to Marlon. If you're streaming, make sure you stream something you like, Marlon. Play a game that you like. If you're playing card and dice, right? And please check out Marlon Price's channel. And I don't know if I'm a subscriber to Marlon's channel. I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to have to go back. I don't think I can do it from here. No, I can't. If I was on YouTube, because I'm doing this through StreamYard, I could click and then go later on. I will go to his channel and subscribe. So check out Marlon's channel. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'll do that after. It's not going to work the way I want it. Larry Harris. Oh, what's his name? That played for the old Steelers. Yes, he was a middle linebacker. He was excellent. I can see him. Again, the NFL Network, NFL Films then, did a great thing. He was mic'd up. It was unbelievable. Larry Harris saying hello to David Little. Our good friend Pesky Pole, no longer the best number 13 in his family. His little daughter is. Excuse me. Check out that wonderful channel. He had an interesting basketball game. I've never even heard of that basketball game, Pesky Pole. Where did you get that basketball game? That's not on Steam, is it? Dave Little. There once was a linebacker in Pittsburgh named Dave Little. My name is Mud. Oop. 49ers missed. They sure did. Well, it got blocked. 96, I think, got his hands on it. JD says, ouch, wow. Analytics overrated. Analytics is a good thing, but yeah, I think it's overrated. Baseball, overkill with analytics. Oh, God. Again, this is just my opinion. Baseball is just such overkill with analytics. Everything's overkill with analytics. I'm not saying to always play it by your gut, because your gut can be wrong. But it's play the game. It's just the same thing. You can run in modern day football. I'm not saying to line up with a fullback and I formation, but you put 3 wideouts on, or if you have 2 good tight ends, 2 good receivers, big receivers, you got a decent running back. They have to play pass. Most teams play what, a 4-2 now? 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and then the rest are defensive backs. That's what most teams play. You got 5 linemen and a tight end. You should be able to get a push. You should be able to create a seam or seal off, inside or outside. And you should be able to run the ball. I think more teams, if they do it a little bit in the coming season, when you have a 2nd and 6, you might want to run the ball there. And then you have all options to you. I think this is a pass-happy league, and you can't hit the quarterbacks. And I'll say it, the Tom Brady rule. He hated getting hit. He would complain. And they, in the NFL, the quarterbacks are the big stars. We don't want them to get hurt. It's football. You're going to get hit. I've seen some late hits on quarterbacks that were horrible, bad calls, and I've seen some non-calls that were really late hits. And I've seen late hits be called properly. But Packers are playing good, but so were the Texans. Yeah, the Texans got, second half, they got steamrolled. And again, I just watched a little bit at the end and read about it later. I'd listen to what was said after the game. Mark Jones says Annie Agar is happy about the Green Bay block kick. Oh my God, I got to find that Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker name. It was in the 60s, mid-60s, early mid-60s. Let's get back here. Another replay game guy, hooray, says he's done the Giants, Red Sox, Rangers. Oh, he's telling you, he's a Giants fan. That's New York Giants football. Boston Red Sox fan, New York Rangers fan, and 76ers fan. Dr. J. Okay, let's see if you guys can guess who my favorite basketball player of all, and I like many basketball players, but if I was going to start a team, who would I start my team with? If you've watched the channel, you should know this. There's a good question. If you're going to start a team, baseball, football, hockey, we'll go with the major four, and basketball, just throw it out there. Who are you going to start your team with? Who's your first pick? Anybody in history. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. You don't have to do all four, but if you want to share your thoughts on who would be your number one fantasy draft of any time. Bears Den talking to Marlon Price. He says, depends on which sort of era, Marlon. Pesky Paul. The main issue now is NFL teams aren't allowed to practice as much as they used to. That is true also. But I don't think the coaching's as good. It's not. You sit there and you shake your head. You watch the bad decisions. They can't do simple math. They don't understand, like, possessions. Like, if you kick this field goal, numbnuts, you go up 3 possessions with 8 minutes to play. They need 3 possessions to tie or beat you. It's very simple math. And again, there's how McCarthy survived as a Dallas head coach is beyond me. They want to stick with McCarthy, okay. And I'm not a Cowboys fan by any means. Larry Harris says, Appa Bryan is a Kansas City Royals fan. Yes, he is, and he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You're correct. W. Voggs, Al Red Sox fan. My dad worked with Ron Wooten at Wells Fargo. He played on the same O-line as John Hanna with the Patriots. Yes, he did. Very cool. How you doing? Oh, Marlon says he's not streaming yet. Well, we'll look forward to your streams, Marlon. And please, when you do, if I'm streaming a game or chat with Al, tell us that you've started the channel, and we'll give you a pop and try to get you some more subscribers. Get you subscribers. Sports Time Machine. Pesky Pole. Sports Time Machine is laughing at what Pesky Pole said. So let me see what he says. Sports Time Machine is a Yankee fan. Note to self: unsubscribe from his channel. LOL. Just kidding. Oh, that's an old Dave Gardner trick. Uncle Dave. Hope all is well with Uncle Dave. I believe he's at the rink today doing games. I don't know if he's announcing or if he's reffing. Sports Time Machine getting a good chuckle out of that. Pesky Paul, I can't believe you never heard of it, Al. It felt good to push a drug on you. It's Gray Dog software game. Let me go find the link. It looked interesting. It's all text-based, but it looked very interesting. I like that they had real teams. You got fictional if you wanted, but they had real teams with real players. I like that. Sports Time Machine says, what's the name of your channel? It literally is Marlon Price. Right here. But he hasn't done any streaming yet. Have you uploaded any videos? Single back, pistol, or shotgun. Great running formation, actually. Absolutely. You're stretching a team out. I agree. I think more teams should run the ball. It's simple math. You have 5 linemen and a tight end against 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. I understand the matchup is about the same, but your 4 linemen at most of the time are probably going to get a little push on those 4 defensive linemen because they're probably thinking pass rush. The way football is played now, I mean. Doug Hunt, close game, 49ers, Packers. Don't underestimate Green Bay's defense. Don't underestimate Green Bay's defense is good. So we're going to see what's going to go on here in the second half. Should be interesting. MK, Harry Carson for the Giants, right? Very good middle linebacker. See, you forget all these great players. Another replay guy. If I listened to analytics, I would not be married for 40 years, LOL. That's correct. JD, just remember in the 90s and quarterbacks just getting slammed and hit every play, they were out to injure them. That was rough, LOL. W. Vog said he would start his NBA team because Pete Maravich is an NBA player. That's not a bad pick. Larry Harris, Moses Malone, that's a good pick. I would start my NBA team because no one put it up, which I'm saddened. Who's my favorite NBA basketball player? I'll give you one more chance. Who's my favorite NBA basketball player of all time? Dave Little starts with Larry Bird. Excellent. Steve Fox has joined us. Says hello, Al and all. Good to see you, Steve. Julius Irving for Pesky Pole. Not going wrong with any of these. Another replay guy, hooray. Michael Conestari says, love Wilt to Stilt. Wilt to Stilt would be mine. I would start with Wilt to Stilt. Let's see. Who else we have? NBA here. Doug Hunt, Kareem. That's a good one. I don't think anyone's going to have a bad choice. Sports Time Machine. It says Dave Inksinoff Petsky. Zinkoff. Okay, Mark Jones gives us football. He's going to go Joe Montana. I think he means Babe Ruth, or maybe his stepbrother, Babe Ruth. Touchback 25, start off the third quarter for the 49ers. Babe Ruth, Michael Jordan, Bobby Orr. I can't argue. Or I'll do mine. Football. Tom Brady, even though he annoys me. Baseball, Ted Williams. Basketball, Wilt Chamberlain. Hockey, Bobby Orr. Those are mine. Those are mine. And you can go Wayne Gretzky. There's so many great players. But it's kind of fun. You're four, right? You're four. And then you're adding to them. Again, there's no one saying you can't draft anyone. You could have whoever. I could have Wilt Chamberlain. Then, yeah, I want Larry Bird. And, yeah, okay, here's mine. I go Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Julius Irving. So Bird would play power forward. Irving would play small forward. Jordan shooting guard. My point guard. I don't like John Stockton. He was very good. I don't like him. I don't want him on my team. He's a dirty player. Point guard. Point guard. I got to think about point guard. I don't know. Oh, Magic Johnson, point guard. There's my team. There's my five. Magic Johnson, point guard. Jordan, shooting guard. Julius Irving, small forward. Larry Bird, power forward. Wilt Chamberlain, center. That's my five. And again, there's so many great players, but that's I knew I couldn't, because Michael, guess what? I can put Magic Johnson at any position. I watched him play center in the NBA championships when I was a kid. All-time awesome player. Irving Magic Johnson. JD. Basketball, Michael Jordan. Baseball, Frank Thomas. Football, Peyton Manning. Nice. I like this. This is fun. There's no wrong answers, by the way. This is your team, what you want to do. Oh, wow, San Francisco, not much there to start the third quarter. Punt, fair catch. Green Bay is going to have it at their 25, it looks like. 25, I think. Around there. W. Vox. I would start for football, Tom Brady, basketball, Kareem, hockey, Mario Lemieux, baseball, Mickey Mantle. Again, wonderful. It's very interesting to me. Pesky poll. Oh, you know what? Oh, God. How do I forget? I'll tell you. Wilton basketball, Willie Mays in baseball, Jim Brown. I might want to change to Jim Brown, but I'll stick with someone who rubs me the wrong way, but was great. Tom Brady. Gretzky in hockey. Nothing wrong there. Ooh, where is it? Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. Was it Rod Breedlove, 60 for this number 63 Steelers linebacker? God, was it? Was he in the sixth number 63? He was a mean dude. That's all I know. The dude was tough. Most football players of any era, they're tough. It could have been, Bob. It could have been. I'll have to look up NFL films. I'll find it and I'll post it on in Facebook, on probably Dave Little's Facebook page and maybe Digital to Dice. Pesky Paul. I think Wilt's Al's favorite player. Yes, he is. Yes, I love Wilt. Wilt is still. People make me laugh. Listen, LeBron James, I don't like him. Don't like anything about him. Can't stand him. Can he play basketball? Yes. Does he foul offensively every time he has the ball? About 70% of the time. Yes, he does. Do they call it? No. We watched Chris Anderson and myself, my friend Chris Anderson, I work with him, but he's my friend. I love him. He's my brother from another mother. He showed me the guy, I forgot what game it was. The guy picks the guy's pocket, NBA game. He takes, no lie, 4 steps we counted, and then he dunks it after he picked. I'm like, how is that not a travel? He took 4 steps. We watched it 3 times. What the hell's wrong with the officiating in the NBA? Lots of things wrong. Stupid. Let's go back to the chat here. Oh, it's Dave Little. Did we do Dave Little? I don't think we did Dave Little. Cleve Baseball Fan 87. You aren't talking about Bill Saul for the Steelers linebacker, are you, Al? It could have been. That name sounds more familiar. Ooh, Packers pick up, what, 8 there? 7. I was close. I just eyeballed it. Looked like 8 to me. Dave Little. Magic Johnson. Good pick. Shohei Ohtani. That's for baseball. Peyton Manning for football. Hockey, Wayne Gretzky. Marlon says getting lots of good ideas. Sports Time Machine. Kaepernick was with the pistol at Nevada. Oh, okay. He's talking about the pistol in Nevada. W. Vogs. No, I guess Pete, for you starting your team. I'm going to go Magic Johnson. Maravich was very good. A little wild with his play until he come to the Celtics for that 1 year. And he said he wished he played with the Celtics. He should have stayed. Didn't want to be a backup player, though. Could have got a ring. Pistol Pete Maravich, great player. Unbelievable player. Phenomenal in college. Bears dead. I have to go with Michael Jordan for mine. Awesome. Steve Fox. Tom Brady football. Babe Ruth baseball. Michael Jordan basketball. Bobby Orr. Hockey. Very good. Pesky poll. Bird and Irving would start fighting on your team, Al. LOL. No, they wouldn't. They had a fight. That's good. Little conflict's good. I like my team. Larry Harris. Dennis Johnson at point guard. I'll take Magic Johnson. I'll take the other Johnson. Magic Johnson's a phenomenal player. People don't talk about how good he was. Tremendous. Unbelievable player. It's a reverse. He's got running room. Oh, 85. If he made a block, it's a first down for the Packers. 85, Lolly. He olayed his block to me. Should have put a block out there. You get another 10 yards. All right, let's see. Sports Time Machine. Another great YouTube channel I did a plug for. JC Sports Replays. Yes, he just started. He needs 50 to go live on mobile. Trying to John Stockton him to that. John Stockton was a dirty effing player. He would undercut you. He was a dirty player. Throw the knee out. He was a dirty effing player. Love. He stepped out of bounds. That was an ugly play for the Packers. Steve Fox. My uncle and I like to name what we call the Mount Rushmore for every sport. In other words, who were your 4 greatest players in each sport? And again, that's pretty cool, right? And again, it's all your opinion, and that's fun. Hockey would be Bobby Orr, Bobby Orr, Bobby Orr, and Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr was phenomenal. That's the Mount Rushmore. That's always tough. That's always tough. That's always tough to pick. But that's fun. Again, that's good stuff there, Steve. Mark Jones. Bill Russell. Can't go wrong there for basketball. Larry Bird. Oh, this is basketball team. So Bill Russell, center. Larry Bird, power forward. Kobe Bryant, shooting guard. Small forward, sorry. Michael Jordan, shooting guard. Magic Johnson, point guard. Outstanding. Outstanding. The Black Mamba. Kobe Bryant. Bears Den, 007. Johnny Bench for baseball. Roger Staubach, football. Jordan, basketball. Bobby Hull, hockey. Very good. Brian Hoxie's joined us. How you doing, Brian? Hope all is well. So San Francisco here, Green Bay, 3rd and 1. Just before midfield, 3rd and 1. San Francisco's everyone up in the box. Love comes under center, and he makes it. So he was in shotgun, came under center, just kind of lunged forward, and they picked it up. I have a question. In the old days, you could not aid a runner. You could not push him forward. But now you see like that rugby play. Did they change the rules? They must have, because that's a penalty. You cannot aid a player forward. You know the famous Ice Bowl, Bart Starr sneak, and behind him, the running back is Chuck Mercine, and people think he's signaling touchdown, but he's actually signaling I didn't push him in, because it would have been a flag and the touchdown would have been nullified. Did they change that rule, or they just don't enforce it? Another replay guy, hooray. Wilt was the reason I became a Sixers fan, the Philadelphia Warriors. Then they went to San Francisco. Then he comes back to play with the Sixers, then goes with the Lakers. And I don't know if he ever coached in the ABA, the San Diego Aztecs. San Diego Conquistadors. He was supposed to coach, was it the San Diego Conquistadors? He was going to be a player coach, actually, at one time, I thought, but they got sued or something. Steve Fox, Pittsburgh Steelers linebackers from the 60s. Bill Saul, I know it must be him then. It must be him, Bill Saul. He was a tough dude. Thank you. Pesky Paul. You don't have to share this, Al, but I am curious. What do you do for a living? I am a high school teacher. I work in accounting. I'm a numbers guy, and I hate analytics. You know why? Because I can come up with analytics about anything. I'm not brilliant, but I can look up stats and support my position. Anyone can, whether it's sports or other things. You can come up with statistics. Yes, you should use data. Data is very important. That's just like when they come up with budgets. And the position I'm at is nothing like I used to do before. The one I got laid off from years ago. Just go to a job. I like the people I work with. The job I do is, oh well. But, you adapt. And I'd rather be happy. And I'm happy. And I have Nurse Teresa. I'm very happy. I have young little Wyatt and Carolyn live here. And it's awesome. We have a crazy dog Mr. Jax, Captain Fantastic, and a cat. So, but yeah, I work with numbers. My point being is data is important with anything. Trends are important. This team runs the ball 98% on first down. Well, if I'm the coach, you shouldn't do anything 98% because then they're expecting it. I'll go back to something. Patriots were in the Super Bowl. I want to say it was the second Giants Super Bowl because Ocho Cinco played for them. I think that was the second Giants Super Bowl, I think. They didn't win the Super Bowl that year, and he didn't even play much because he didn't understand the system. But again, you're supposed to be a great coach, and Belichick and those guys are great coaches. You're telling me you have him on the roster. You haven't DL'd him or you haven't inactivated him. He's on the roster in the Super Bowl. You couldn't come up with a package for one series. You weren't that smart enough to come up with a package for one series for that guy where you just line him up by himself. You line everybody up to the other side, and you line up Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, to the other side. They had trouble scoring that year down near the goal line. You're telling me because you're such a hard-ass, Bill Belichick, and he's a great coach. Oh, that's pass interference. Yeah, pass interference on the 49ers. I'd like to see if they both tripped over it, but there was contact, and then the guy fell. Well, the defender fell, but let's see this. I'll get back to my Bill Belichick point. Oh, absolutely, he grabbed him. He's way early. Then he knocks him down. Then they both trip. That's a bad defense there. My point being is you had Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, right? You're supposed to be this great coach. I would have had a package in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't have done it right away. It would have been midway through the second quarter when we got the ball, or early third quarter, right? They're not going to cover him, folks, because they think it's going to be a fluke. And by the time they figure out what the hell you did, you either had 2 or 3 big plays. Touchdown. You get him one-on-one, and you tell Tom, throw the ball up to him. Did he have the feet down? Touchdown Packers. They're going to go ahead. Big pass interference call. And now we get the dance. Everyone dances. Do the dance. If you want to, you can act like an imbecile. I kind of like when players flip the ball to the official. I don't know. Just me. Let's see if he had the feet in. What I'm saying is, all these guys say they're great coaches, and they are. They are. But you couldn't come up with a package for the guy in the Super Bowl, and you had trouble scoring down on the goal line. You can't throw it up to him because we run a certain system, and this is what we do. Okay. And you won a lot of Super Bowls, too. More Tom Brady. And again, I like Tom Brady as a football player. Whiner. Yep. Winner. Yep. Wanted to win. Played hard. Yep. Personality, kind of weird. I kind of like Peyton Manning better when it comes to personality. But I just don't get it. I think, again, data is important. You have to know how to use it and don't again, what's a budget? What is a budget, people, for a business? Not brilliant. What's a budget? A budget is a guesstimate. You kind of take what your expenses were and what you made, and you tack on a percentage. And you kind of look for a trend in the business you're in. Is it going up? Is it going down? If your business deals with the weather and you're selling products that are like winter related, are we going to have a big winter? Are they saying we're going to have a big winter? So maybe our spending goes up because we're hoping to sell more, so on and so forth. Guesstimates. Everyone it's very simple. If you're paying your bills, paying your people, and you're making money, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. Just my opinions. All right, I don't know where I left off. I went on my Bill Belichick rant. Thank you, and nice to see you go. Where we are here. All right, scroll down. Pesky Pole. Magic was a freak ahead of his time. 6'9". Absolutely. He was unbelievable. People forget about him. Magic Johnson, one of the all-time great players of all time. Larry Harris, I do not like the tush push. Yes, they changed the rule where you can. Okay, thank you. Because I'm sitting there watching this go, did they change the rule? Again, it's silly. But you can do that, right? But you can't jump up on players or line up, overload a side to try to block a kick. I don't get it. Pesky Paul, I still think the greatest individual NBA Finals performance was Magic Johnson against the Sixers when Kareem was out. It doesn't get talked about enough. Absolutely not. He was a great player. Steve Fox, a high school teacher. God bless all the teachers. Tough work. Yeoman's work, my friend. Hard work. Pesky Paul, nice. My dad is an accountant. Ran the tax department at Kodak for many years. Cool. Mike, another replay guy. Hooray. Numbers guy, accountant. Cool. JD, holy crap. That was a bad pitch by Love. Oof. Neil Lau, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better, Neil. I saw you did some wrestling on Filsingers. So I hope you're feeling better. Touchdown Packers. Yep. Let's go to Bears Den 007. My favorite sports quote is Bobby Lane. Bobby Lane played for Detroit, and Bobby Lane played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You have to throw away the book, or they will read you like one. Absolutely. Now, here's the problem. When people look back at old football, and I'm fascinated by old football, fascinated. Whether it's the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, anything older, I love it. I like football now, too. I don't dislike it. I'm just, they think they're like they've reinvented the wheel. So they throw the ball a little more. Okay. Should you really be throwing all the time? And then probably if you go through it, it's me. I'm not looking I don't have data in front of me. But I think you should run the ball a little more on 2nd down and 7, 2nd down and 6, 2nd down and 5. That's just me. When you have teams and they're doing this one thing, and I'll say I'm sort of correct, just by when I play modern football and sports sims, I don't even play the run. I don't. Even if I'm playing a 3-4, because I like to have the linebackers out there. Like the Patriots always, even these past few years where they're not good, even this year, their defense was pretty good. Their offense sucked. Oh, bad pass by Purdy. Purdy got the yips. Little pressure. What's wrong, Brock? Purdy? If you have good linebackers, all my linebackers on the field. So, but my point being, just using sports sims games, which is some data, right? Some data. I very rarely play the run in modern football. Very rarely. You play pass. If you have good linebackers, they're going to close. All right, we have a 3rd and 6 now for the 49ers. Shotgun, Purdy, under pressure. Nice pass. He hits Kittle. I think that's Kittle. Yep, to the outside. More bad tackling. Look at all the yards after catch. They need a big play like the announcer said, and they got it. And Kittle looks horrible with long hair. All right, let's see this. Shotgun, Purdy. Kittle comes across the field, just comes across zone coverage. 34 was supposed to pick him up, and then he misses the tackle on top of it. Look at the blocking by 15. Wow, look at that battle there. They're on the sidelines. I give the refs a lot of credit for not throwing a stupid flag there. Good blocking by the wideout for San Francisco, number 15. And I don't know all their names because I'm not a San Francisco 49ers fan. And I can't read it because I don't have my right glasses. McCafferty cuts back. Oh, he's gone. One of the stupidest trades ever. I'm happy for him. Christian McCafferty. His father played for the Giants. And JD, who else did his father play for? JD should get this. But yeah, I think I don't think you should come with the same sort of game plan every game. Obviously, they don't. But they stay within. If a team, look, if you never threw to a guy all year and he's capable, he's an athlete. And again, I'm not a Chad Johnson fan. I'm just saying, athletic, big receiver, throw the ball up to him. Even if you put him down there on the goal line in the super or whatever, Throw the ball up to him in a one-on-one situation. They're not going to double cover him. And if they do, you go to somebody else, but they're not. You line them up wide. Throw the ball up to him. I would have had a package in the Super Bowl. Yes, I'm going way back because it still pisses me off that they weren't smart enough to do that. Wide open. Yep, we're talking about the Packer touchdown now. Greg Gorecki, best of his era, Magic. Magic Johnson was a phenomenal player. How you doing, Mr. Gorecki, our good friend from the Great White North, Canada? Dave Gardner. I spent 13 hours in the hockey rink today. I just got home from Uncle Dave was broadcasting 3 games in New Hampshire. I was listening in the car on the ride home. Thank you very much, Uncle Dave. Remember to check out Uncle Dave's channel, subscribe. Digital Dice, the new one hit. I haven't listened to it yet. When you get bored with a project. JD, love old games between the Lakers and Celtics, Bird and Johnson, awesome games. Oh, those are great. I also like when the Knicks and Bulls played when Pat Riley was a Knicks coach. Again, not a big Pat Riley fan, very good coach. And the Knicks had to win the hard way, my friend. Oh, defense. They were such horribly streak shooters besides Patrick Ewing. Greg Gorecki, this is actually very interesting. Now they play Canadian football in the NFL, only they have an extra down. I agree. They throw way too much. It's the run is there, and you'll get yards. Great point. Speaking of Canadian football, I picked up Cold Snap on the Christmas sale. I've yet to break it out. I got to learn how to play that because I picked up 2 Doug Flutie seasons, and there was a free Warren Moon season that a History Maker fan, a play game fan created for Cold Snap, which is Canadian League football, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have to learn to play it properly. Good friend, Sports Time Machine. Hello, Uncle Dave. Probably left the rink to stay warm. People saying good evening to Uncle Dave. Cleve Baseball fan says, yes, even more bad tackling. We were talking about that. All right, Random Human 19. NFL Films interviewed a bunch of old modern quarterbacks and asked, what pass is the hardest? Bobby Lane said the hardest pass is when the SOB is covered. Love Bobby Lane. Pesky Pulse is the last Digital Dice episode was great. Greg Gorecki, touchdown for McCaffrey. Here come the Packers. Gets to the outside. Oh, he could go coast to coast like Space Ghost. No, they got the angle on him. He cuts back middle. Oh, tackled. He fumbled. It's a scrum. It looks like Green Bay has it. They do. That was a wild, wacky play. And JD's got it right. McCaffrey's father was Easy Ed McCaffrey, as I like to call him. Played for the Giants and Broncos. You are correct. I knew you'd get that one. Ed McCaffrey, Broncos, 49ers. That's right. I forgot about that. Dave Gardner says hi again. Did I miss that before? Or did I go backwards? I went backwards, I guess. Doug Hunt. Ed McCaffrey was a good one I remember well. He was a very good receiver. Greg Gorecki, we have to throw with only 3 downs, but we still have 1,000-yard rushers. So Wilson recovered the fumble. That was a wild play. So the Packers down by 1. They have it 1st and 10 in San Francisco territory at the 21, it looks like. It's a sweep. Oh, he should have stayed to the out. Well, good job by the San Francisco defense. Good job there. Closed it off, and I'd like to see that again. I think he cut it back middle too soon, unless that's where the play was supposed to go. Wow. Great recovery by Wilson, number 45. That's hustle, my friend. That's football. Woo, that was a wild, crazy play on that kickoff. We got 2nd and 10. Shotgun, of course. 3 wide. Tight end goes motion. I think that was a tight end. Can't be a tight. Ooh, to the 5. 1st and goal. No, 86. He couldn't have been a tight end. Can he go in motion? He had to be a wide out. 86. Must have been a wide out. Let me look here. Love throws off his back foot a lot, but he has such a strong arm. I mean, not really off his back foot, but he couldn't step into it. He had the rush. Put it right there. 2 defenders, he put it between him. So first and goal, looks like from the 5 or 6. Right up the gut. Picks up 3, 2nd and goal. All right, looks like the Packers could punch it in. Back to the chat. Here we go. Steve Fox, I remember watching the CFL during the 82 strike. I remember that too. They did a bad job explaining it, though. They really did a bad job explaining it. Also, there's only 1 year that a non-Canadian team won the CFL Grey Cup. It was in Baltimore. Touchdown Packers. They went ahead. Nice little play to the outside. 85 made the catch. Tucker Kraft. Dave Gardner said Bruins 9-4. Holy cow. Pesky Paul, that would be cool. He says, I wish there were a CFL season for a 2nd and 10. You can make it, but it'd be really hard. Do they? I think they have a 3-down option. But you kind of, again, the field is, 10 yards wider? Or is it, and then it's 10 yards deeper, correct? I mean, Greg Gorecki could tell us, if Greg Gorecki's still here, what the end zones are 10 yards deep, longer, deeper, however you want to put it. And I think the field is 10 yards on each, is 10 yards wider. Greg Gorecki says the Young Habs did not come to play today. I guess they're playing the Bruins not too well. 2-point conversion. That makes it 21-14. See, I can see that there. Even then, I probably would kick the point, but it worked. Okay. But I could see that there. But the big play was on the fumble recovery by Wilson after the big run by the Packers. JD. Watch replays of Favre and Rodgers. They did the same thing. Laughing my ass off. Cleve Baseball Fan, 879. Dave Gardner, yes, the Bruins beat the Habs 9-4 today. Greg Gorecki, Packers 21. 49ers 14. Steve Fox. Lots of guys from the NFL jumped to the CFL during the 50s. Okay, here we go. Greg Gorecki, 15 yards wider, 10 yards longer. Okay, 15 yards wider, 10 yards longer. Thank you. Uncle Dave Little, if you get a chance, I would love to see that baseball play mat that you use on your streams. That comes from Barstool Games, the baseball game, and it is a fun little game. But that's the mat, and I can show you that. But that's where I got that in the game right there. And it escapes my mind. Very nice gentleman created the game. The only he used, like, instead of righties or lefties, he used a silhouette. And me being dyslexic and at times, and I wish he'd say righty or lefty. That's the only one of the gripes I had with the game. It's a fun game. It's a quick play game. Not quick play, but it's quick to understand. But yeah, it's just a mat I got from a game. That's the first mat I ever had. The second mat is the golf game. Those are the only 2 sports sims play mats I have. I was almost going to get the Filsinger wrestling, but then I realized because I mean, the play offline is fine, but to stream, it's not going to fit, my camera, the way it's set up. And then every time I try to get, because they had mats set up, someone for Filsinger, one of the people in the community made all these wonderful mats that you could send to that company. I could never get the stupid thing to fit in that thing, and I didn't want to pay $50 extra or $30 extra to tell me it's lined up right. So I didn't do it. I still might. Cutter Historical. CFL, 110 yards on the field, 20-yard end zones on each side. Thank you. All-star lineup baseball. Thank you, Doug. My brain goes dead at times. So that's the map from All-Star lineup baseball. Greg Gorecki. Many players came to Canada to play instead of going to the NFL when the Canadian dollar is higher. Joel Theismann, he played in Canada. Terry Metcalf. Oh, that would have been a big play. He tripped, I think. Oh, interesting. 49ers down. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, and the guy goes to the out. Great setup on the two-point conversion. Great play call, great execution. Everyone goes this way, and the guy in the backfield goes that way. They all follow the three receivers going this way. You think that's not too much brainiac surgery there? That's pretty smart. I think a lot of these coaches overcomplicate football. Listen, if you're a coach, and this was my pet peeve with Belichick, he'd come in. Remember, he got everybody. He was the GM. He was everything. He'd bring in linebackers that were these all pros on other teams. They don't understand the system. Okay. Bring in offensive players. They don't understand the system. Okay. Tom, not everybody's going to understand the system, but you have to figure out a way outside the system at times to get these players in the game because they're pretty good. Again, I just go back to Ocho Cinco. Not a big fan of Chad Johnson, but they should have used him much better. And possibly if they used him a little bit in the Super Bowl, like I said, a package for him. One drive with a package specifically for him would have caught, I want to say it was the second Giants Super Bowl, would have caught them off guard. Unbelievable. Let's go back to the chat. Mark Jones. I just rolled a game of APA where the 1927 Yankees defeated the 62 Mets 10-0. Herb Pennock allowed 4 hits for the winners. Ruth and Lazzari hit homers. Push him up, Tony Lazzari and the Bambino. George Herman Babe Ruth. McCaffrey's a tough little player, boy. Greg Gorecki says in the CFL, the end zones at one time are 25 yards. Frank Wayne Scott, how you doing, my friend? Check out his wonderful post in the Filsinger Promoters Facebook group page. He does a lot of fun stuff with that wrestling game. I got to get back to that. I love playing that game. You can just do whatever you want. It's awesome. Dave saying hello to Frank. JD the Dragon. You're thinking Randy Moss, not Chad Johnson. No, Randy Moss they used. Randy Moss they used. Chad Johnson they didn't use. And that was the first Giants Super Bowl. That was the first Giants Super Bowl where they were 16-0. They did just throw it up to Moss because they were smart enough then. But Randy Moss is smart when it comes to football. He understands. He understood the Patriots system. I'm just saying, when you have somebody, why'd you bring him in if you didn't think they could play the system? I remember Chad Johnson going, wow, it's incredible here. I don't understand the system. And people made fun of him. And I kind of did too. But at some point, in every game, there should be something you could use him with. JD says, I don't remember Chad Johnson. Because he didn't play. But he was there, JD. Yeah, he was bad in the CFL. I don't think he really wanted to be there. And again, part of that's him too, But I think in that I would have tried something with him. As JD's laughing. So Dave Gardner, if you're still here, we asked if you're starting your sports teams, the 4 major sports, Uncle Dave. Who's your first pick for football? Who's your first pick for baseball? Who's your first pick for basketball? And who's your first pick for hockey? Actually, if Uncle Dave's still here, and other hockey fans, because I'm a hockey fan, but not like Dave Gardner and others. What is your line? Your first line, all-time first line? That's fun to think of. So, Sports Time Machine. Remember to check out and subscribe to that channel. Loved your Canadian show you did. I felt I was there at the show. Oh, the wrestling. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. With Filsinger games, I don't go all the time by what the card says, because sometimes against certain wrestlers, I don't think they would do that. They couldn't do it. Again, wrestling is athletic theatrics, correct? Men's soap opera, women's soap opera. But there's certain things, like if you're wrestling a big guy, you couldn't do it to him. So I just take something else. What about Antonio Brown and the Pats? He was a head case. Didn't want him. He played well when his head was there, and I too much of a head case. He played well. He did. He did play well when he was there briefly. Gibson. Are you talking Josh Gibson for baseball? Possibly, because it says C. Oh, center. Hockey. Got it. Gibson. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Ooh, Greg Gurecki. Okay, let's see what Gurecki says. Bellevue, Howe, and Bobby Hall. Those are your front three. Who are your defensemen? Is it Claude Bellevue? Gordie Howe, Bobby Hall. Pesky Paul. Al, who is on your boxing Mount Rushmore? Well, I'd have to do it by divisions. Heavyweights would be Ali, Joe Louis, not necessarily in any order, Marciano, Ali, Louis, Marciano. Got one spot left for heavyweights. I'm doing heavyweights. Yeah. Jack Johnson, Jack Dempsey. I go Larry Holmes. Those are my four. So I go Joe, not in any order, Lewis, Marciano, Ali, Larry Holmes. Those are my four. Those are my four. I think Larry Holmes could fight in any decade. I really do. Larry Holmes could fight now. Larry Holmes could have fought in the 30s, 20s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and he's going to give all the greats a hard fight. That was heavyweights. So my heavyweights, Ali. Then I'll do middleweights next. So Ali, well, again, not in any order. My four for heavyweights: Louis, Marciano, Ali, Holmes. Cleve Baseball Fan 879, all-time first line for hockey: Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Hull, Maurice the Rocket Richard. So that's really the front line. Who are your defensemen, though? Is that how they? I thought who are your five? So we got some very cool stuff here. Gene Bellevue. Sorry about that. I thought it was Claude. I don't watch WWE live anymore, but I catch highlights. And I saw a horrible botch from last week. I think the guy's name is Theory. Yes. And I didn't know the other guy, but off the top rope, both landed on. Yeah, that was ugly. That was ugly. Here's the thing with wrestling. Oh, San Francisco, that's a pick or something. It's a turnover. 57 must be a linebacker. That's a big play on defense for the 49ers with 2:02 to play in the third quarter. They're down 7. What happened? It's a pick. Love tipped. Oh, it was behind the receiver. Tipped. And then 57. It's a linebacker number, so I'm going to say it's a linebacker. Okay. Here's the thing with wrestling. Get away with the slaps when you kick. It's annoying, especially when you're watching on TV and they kick. Again, the Young Bucks, very athletic, but my God, can we get... Okay, I don't know if you watch AEW wrestling. Teresa and I enjoyed the match with Hook and Samoa Joe. The problem is, when Samoa Joe plants a dude through a table, you think the guy should make a tremendous comeback? No. I get it. You're Hook, young talent. Hook, to his credit, he got Samoa Joe up on his shoulder, but it comes after he puts the guy through the table. Maybe you do that move first, and then after Samoa Joe puts him through the table, then gets a finishing move in the 1, 2, 3. So do you think, and let's pretend, I know it's fake, but let's think reality-wise. If you're writing a script and you want to say, let's get reality-based, right? A close to 300-pound man, after he just put his second finishing move on a guy, you think the guy should kick out? Come on. I can't. That's what turns me off to wrestling. I can take the goofiness at times because it's wrestling, right? The false finishes are annoying. And the slapping of your leg and all that crap when you throw a kick, it's horrible. Especially when the camera picks up right on it every freaking time. So Tony Khan, tell him to stop that. That being said, I like the last interview the Young Bucks did. It was kind of neat. Trying to make them serious now. Bad guys. They're always sometimes bad or good, but now they're, this is our company and blah, blah. Finally, a little sense, with storytelling. I'm all over the place if this is the first time you've seen a chat with Al. All right, where are we? Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Gretzky, Bobby Hull, Mario Lemieux, and Lindstrom. Nicholas Lindstrom. That's a hell of a line there. Defenseman for Greg Gorecki, Doug Harvey, Bobby Orr. Cool. Yeah, I seen the highlight. He was out cold. You don't have to do all that crap. You know what? If fans are going there to watch a car wreck, shame on them. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. When I watch boxing, I don't want to see anyone get seriously hurt. Yeah, you're going to get a bloody nose, a black eye, a cut maybe. That's the name of the game. I don't want to see you get badly hurt. I don't want to see it in football, even if I don't like the player. Knocked out of the game, okay. I joke around when I play a game, we're going to break his leg. I'm kidding, it's a game. Who's this? This is a sweet... Oh, it's Brock Purdy. Is that a busted play? But I don't want to see anyone get hurt. It's wrestling. You shouldn't get hurt that way. Just so the fans will go, holy poop or wow. No. What are you guys, nuts? Well, I know you're little nuts. You're wrestlers, but you got to stop with that. You're going to hurt yourself. You can say what you want. And MJF is hurt. That's Maxwell Jacob Freeman. But at least you watch his matches. Yeah, they got the false finishes, which drive me nuts. That's every match. And even in WWE, the false finishes, for God's sakes, do you have to have them? Are the fans that stupid? And they go, ooh, he kicked out. Well, they have 15 false finishes in matches. You know what'd be neat? A 1, 2, 3 once in a while on the first pin attempt. Oh, it's pronounced John. Thank you very much. 1 catch, 21 yards. That's my point. You could have used him much more. Steve Fox. Rocky Marciano is my favorite boxer, but I wonder if he isn't a tad overrated. I don't think he's overrated. Everything going against him, and he never lost. Started his boxing career late, never lost. Now, could he fight against heavyweights nowadays? No, they're too big. Would he be an all-time great cruiserweight? Yeah, he'd pretty much murder every cruiserweight. Not making this up. Go look up how hard he hit. He punched into a freaking machine, and they say it was like a howitzer. He punched into it like they did that whole how hard he hit thing. I don't think he's overrated. If anything, he's underrated. That's not saying that he's going to win every fight he's ever been in. He could not compete with heavyweights today. Too big. As a cruiserweight, he would murder people. Again, these are just my opinions. As a cruiserweight, he would murder people. He would destroy them. How many boxers have you seen nowadays could hit a guy on the arms over and over again? Break the guy's blood vessels in his arms like he did to Roland Lastarza and many other fighters, where the guy can't lift his arms, and then knock the shit out of him. Yes, I love Rocky Marciano. I love Joe Louis too. I think old-time fighters don't get credit for stuff. Just because a fighter is bigger now does not make them a better fighter. They could win on size if they know how to use it. Tyson Fury, when he's on, incomplete. When Tyson Fury's on, he uses his size quite well, and he has quick hands. He's strong, and he hits pretty good. His last fight was an embarrassment, how he gets knocked down by an MMA fighter, and the guy goes 10 rounds to him, and at worst, that fight should have been a draw. That fight should have been a draw. And they gave him the win. Again, so you give a 1 round the other way. Okay. He got lucky. If he fights like that against Usyk will pick him apart. And I like Tyson Fury. And Deontay Wilder just retired. I was so happy. Nurse Teresa and I, we watched that fight. They had the fights from Saudi, the 6 fights, to which I guess when they actually said they started at 11 o'clock in the morning, they actually started at 11 o'clock in the morning. Usually that's just a pre-fight crap. So we only watched the last 3 fights, but that was all right. Those were the fights I wanted to watch. Joseph Parker kicked the crap. I was so happy for Joseph Parker. He just out-hustled, out-punched, out-worked, out-everything. Deontay Wilder, just go retire. You made a lot of money. Don't get hurt. Purdy, oh my, they got him. They got him. I thought he was going to get away. Dave Little. Oh, let's go to Greg Gorecki says The Rock was not overrated. I don't think so. I think he's underrated. I think Larry Holmes is underrated. And I have him on my Mount Rushmore of heavyweights. Could he fight against heavyweights now? I already went through that. It'd be very difficult. They're too big. He could fight up until early 70s. Heavyweights weren't that big. You have to understand how hard he hit. How hard he hit. It was unhuman how hard he hit. Joe Louis, I think would have a better chance. Now he was a little taller, would have put some weight on. Marciano might have put some weight on, but he really should have fought at. He would have been a cruiserweight. He would have been a junior heavyweight, or whatever the hell they call that division. I call it cruiserweight. So, I mean, you think like some people, Ernie Shavers is going to beat Rocky Marciano? Maybe. Jerry Corey knocked the shit out of Ernie Shavers. I have people tell me Ernie Shavers is a better fighter than Jerry Corey. Are you out of your effing mind? They really fought. I hate to tell you this. Jerry Corey knocked him out in 1 round, and Jerry Corey was not in his prime. You know, some people say they're boxing. And again, you don't know. They didn't fight. But, I mean, like guys who are different eras. That's the fun of boxing. Let's go back to a little wrestling chat. JD, script writers aren't as good as they used to be. It's why I don't watch it live anymore. Yeah, it's stupid. You're gonna have some goofiness. It's wrestling, but when wrestling's done well, it has some reality to it. Believability, I mean. That's when wrestling's done well, in my opinion. You know? Uncle Dave Little. Ring psychology, totally agree. Hook should not have come back from the table shot. Exactly! Makes no sense. I was enjoying the match up until that point. I watched to the end. I was like, they ruined a good match. And a very nice match with the stupidity. He should have did his move, right, on Samoa Joe before the table. Then after the table, it's done. Also, his father's at ringside, doesn't even come into the ring after Samoa Joe's attacking him. I get it. He has Taz has an injury. But he could come in the ring and Samoa Joe could back off a bit. Stupid. Tony Khan, come on, use your effing head. You have a lot of good wrestlers there. You don't need to bring... Same thing. They're bringing them Monet's late, one woman wrestler. You think that's going to move the ratings? No. None of their female wrestlers move the ratings. They have good female wrestlers. So does the WWE. But it doesn't move the ratings. It doesn't. If I have to see... The same thing, that Japanese lady. She weighs 92 pounds, if that. And it's horrible. Don't put them on TV. It sucks. I want to see the good women wrestlers. Put them on TV. And even then, that doesn't move the ratings. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Car wreck wrestling should have ended in 2001 ECW. Now, I'm going to be field goal good. 21-17 Packers. It's amazing how good field goal kickers are. Woo! Right down the middle. ECW, I hadn't watched wrestling in years. That was on the station with the man show, whatever the hell that station was called. It doesn't exist anymore. I think NBC bought them out. It's one of NBC's cable stations or something like that. I remember clicking by that one night on a Friday before I was going out. And what the hell is this? It was so crazy. I watched. The one thing with ECW, they had some interesting storylines, but yeah, they did way, even that I would grant. I'm like, wow, way too much. I enjoyed some of it. Dave Little, too many high spots. Absolutely. Go back and watch. Go on. It's not on YouTube. It's on Daily Motion. Andre the Giant versus Stan Hansen from Japan. Watch that match. It's incredible. And Hansen slams Andre the Giant. But watch the psychology of the match. Watch how the Japanese fans, they get into it. Here's another thing. We were down to Moki Hiken-san early last year. And they actually, one of those channels had Japanese wrestling on it. So, oh, interesting. I'll watch it. That is the worst crap I have ever seen when it comes to wrestling. You want to talk about high spot after high spot after high spot, matches making no effing sense. They're having all these 4-man tornado type matches, 3 guys in the ring, 4 guys in the ring, everyone down on the. There's another thing. When the hell is everyone down in a real? Come on, stop that nonsense. Stop it. FTR, you're better than that. Come on. They did some fun stuff with Jay White and the Bullet Club Gold. I'd like to see that feud with the other bad guys go. That was interesting, but now it's probably going to go to the wayside. It made sense, right? You would Adam Cole and his guys attacked Jay White. Well, I want revenge. I want to see that. But now they have Jay White and those guys. They beat the Kingdom. Not the Kingdom, I'm sorry. They beat the Mogul Embassy. Got the ROH titles. That was a fun match. Made sort of sense. Get away from the 4,000 false finishes. Tell all those guys who throw super kicks, don't throw them 4,000 times a match. And stop doing with the slap of the hips and all that crap. Brian Cage, you don't need to do that. You're a big dude. I don't need to hear it. I believe, bang, that guy hits you, it's going to hurt. I can believe that. I can believe that. So JD says he agrees with about the ECW, I believe. Great catch. Yep, it was. Greg Garecki. I was there at the first Duran Leonard fight in Montreal. And sadly, Cleveland Denny died a few days after being stopped while he was defending his title. I missed something. Oh, when I was talking about I don't want to see anyone get hurt. Because I don't care what, even if I don't like. Ooh, he almost threw a pick again. Ouch. That was a bad pass by Love. Love might be getting the yips here. Greg Garecki. Starzer was never the same after the second fight. No, he wasn't. Steve Fox says, I was looking at Rocky's competition in the 50s compared to Ali's competition in the 60s and 70s. Rocky could have easily lost 3 fights. Might have, yeah, he might have. Not saying he wouldn't. Ali never fought Ezra Charles. Ali never fought Jersey Joe Walcott. Ali probably beats him, but you never know. Ali's an all-time great fighter. Not my favorite. Already told you why. And I was a Joe Frazier guy. And again, he was a peach of a human being to me. I was so lucky that I was able to meet him. Nice man. I'll leave that at that because he was a very nice man to me. Ali, you already know my opinions on him. What made Ali great, he beat guys when he was well past his prime, and they were in their primes. That's awesome. That's like Sugar Ray Robinson awesome. Now, did he get some gift decisions? Yeah. Robinson didn't get gift decisions the way Ali did. When Robinson lost a fight, Robinson lost a fight. I don't think Ali beat Kenny Norton in any of those fights. Second one was closer. He didn't beat. Now, Norton played too much in the third fight from the Yankee Stadium. I think Norton beat him. I think Norton beat him all 3 fights. Again, the second one. was closer. But Ali's great. I'm not denying it. Ali, in my opinion, didn't beat Jimmy Young. You know? Again, that's him past his prime. Now, Ali in his prime, or a little pre-prime, Henry Cooper nearly beheaded him in the first fight. It's a 30, again, it's a woulda, could if there was, there wasn't. If there were 30 more seconds, in the first Henry Cooper-Muhammad Ali fight, Henry Cooper knocks him out. Go back and look. But there wasn't 30 more seconds. And they pulled the old, oh, we ripped the glove bullshit trick. And they bought him more time in the corner. And then Ali took him out that next round. Stopped him on cuts. So good for him. You can't, here's just my opinion, Steve, and anybody, when it comes to boxing. It's your opinion, right? These guys, they never fought. But when you look at fighters from the 50s and before, they fought a lot, especially the lower weight class. They're going to have more losses because that's how they made money. They had to fight. LaMotta and Robinson, you think they want to fight each other 5 times? It's the only way they would make money. Sugar Ray Robinson's probably the all-time greatest welterweight. You know? Yeah, I mean, Marciano probably could lose against Ali's competition. But Ali might have lost against Marciano's competition. You know? You never know. And it's a fair point you make. I'm not saying Marciano would win. And I already told you, I think he'd be a cruiserweight. You know, I think Sonny Liston probably give him a lot of trouble. But if he hits Liston, he gets on the inside, Liston quits. Liston might quit. He might quit. That's if he gets on the inside. I don't know. Maybe Liston keeps him at bay with the jab and hits him with the right hand or the uppercut like he did Floyd Patterson. I don't know. I think Marciano would have beat Patterson. I think he would have beat Ingemar Johansson. I'm talking if they had fought, if he had extended his, say if he fought a little longer. But his back was done. He was supposed to fight Ingemar Johansson. They had a secret deal. Lou Duva was actually training him. I read that. It was pretty interesting. He trained for like a month and a half, and he goes, no. And Duva said he was looking good, but he said, I can't get into I don't feel the same. He won, and when he wanted to retire, he retired. I think Larry Holmes, a prime Larry Holmes against a prime Muhammad Ali, that's a very interesting fight. Do you think Ali is an easy winner in that fight? I don't think so. I think Holmes had a tremendous jab. It's an interesting fight. Those are interesting fights. I think Larry Holmes would have given any heavyweight in history trouble, if not beat them. That goes with Marciano too. It goes with Joe Louis. Could they beat him? Yeah. They're all great fighters. The problem, you know what Nurse Teresa said? We were watching an old fight. We were watching, it was Foreman and Lyle. And she goes, you don't see this anymore. I go, well, this was a brawl. This is something special. I said, Burt Cooper. And so I showed a little bit of Burt Cooper, Michael Moore, which was a brawl. But her point was, even when I showed her some just Joe Frazier and Joe Bugner and stuff like that, guys don't fight well on the inside anymore, heavyweights. They really don't. They throw 1-2 punches. They don't work. That's my gripe with Mike Tyson. He never fought really well on the inside. He got his punches off. If the guy tied him up, he let him tie him up. Tyson's damage came when he was at that right distance for him. You know, he very rarely worked on the inside. Go back and watch his fights after, like, the Customato tutelage was gone. Didn't work on the inside. Tyson should have been, and again, he had issues, but I think Mike Tyson could beat any heavyweight if he hit him. But he turtles. I think this is going to be sacrilegious to boxing fans. Maybe Mike Tyson's a bit overrated. People think Mike Tyson's better than Evander Holyfield. Holyfield beat him twice. Twice! Kicked the shit out of him twice! That doesn't count? He beat him up. Oh, nice catch. San Francisco, they're driving. Evander Holyfield beat Mike Tyson twice. Twice. And if anything, Tyson was more close to his prime than Holyfield stepped up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, and he outbullied the bully. He beat him up so bad the second fight, he's going to stop him. Mike Tyson couldn't take him and bit both ears. But yet, Mike Tyson, a lot of people have him rated better than Evander Holyfield. Holyfield fought way too long. He has losses he probably should have never had. Do you think Mike Tyson beats Wayne Riddick Bowe? I don't know. I don't know if Mike Tyson beats Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe, for a big guy, fought well on the inside. He hits Mike Tyson with that uppercut, and then bing, bing, bing. I don't know. What are your thoughts, boxing fans? Mike Tyson's everyone's always top 5 guy. How? How is Mike Tyson the top 5 guy? I'm not talking about draws. He was very good for boxing. He was an excellent, very good fighter. Holyfield kicked the crap out of him twice. Made him quit twice. Greg Gurecki. Wilder was a puncher who never learned how to box. Mark Jones. Holmes was unfortunate that he followed Ali. He would have followed Greg Page. He'd be looked at differently. Larry Holmes was phenomenal. And again, Larry Holmes, yeah, when he was old, he got a couple of gift decisions. I thought Carl the Truth Williams beat him. I thought Tim Witherspoon beat him. But Mark Holmes. Corey was around at the wrong time. If he was during the 80s, he would have been champ. Possibly, yeah. Jerry Corey's a good fighter. Corey was small for a heavyweight too, though. Corey would have been a hell of a cruiserweight. Hell of a cruiserweight. Pesky Paul. This reminds me I have a huge tourney going in Legends of Boxing I need to get back to. That LOL. Great game, Legends of Boxing on the PC. Fun, fun, fun. Greg Gurecki. Corey was a cruiserweight who fought at heavyweight because the cruiserweight division did not exist. Exactly. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here. 21-17. Rhino is awful. Oh, Riho. Yes, she's horrible. That's who I'm talking about. Why is that woman on TV for wrestling? Who thinks that's a good idea for AEW? Come on. Tony Khan's supposed to be a wrestling fan. He does some really interesting things. And then he does, yes, there's a place for women's wrestling. Of course. There's a place for comedic wrestling and like a Danhausen. But let Danhausen wrestle. Okay? You always send him out as a sidekick. Here's my point again, to go back to the Hook and Samoa Joe match. His father's at ringside, for God's sakes. Frank the Animal Fletcher, a boxer, his mother used to come up on the ring screaming if you hurt her son. Your father, you're watching your kid being abused after, you don't even come out, you don't even say, hey, stop that, Samoa Joe. Come on, use your head. It's stupid. Your father's going to sit there and watch that. Grab a chair, go in the ring. You don't have to do anything. I get it. You're hurt. That's why you retired from wrestling. But it's a storyline. I love AEW wrestling. They need to be smarter. Stop with all the high spots. Stop with people getting hurt for stupid crap. Riho, I thought it was Rhino at first because I was going to say he was not bad. Riho, she weighs 87 pounds. She shouldn't win poop. I feel bad for the women who have to wrestle her because they have to work twice as hard to make her stupid power moves work because they're doing all the jumping, all the flipping. It's crap. She's horrible. Never want to see her on TV. Sasha Banks moves the ratings. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think women's wrestling moves ratings. They can say that. It doesn't. I always look at the AEW ratings every week. Their women's matches do not move ratings. And I like Britt Baker. I like Jamie Hayter. I like Willow. I like Statlander. I like the little thing that Statlander and that guy, he's the manager, but now he's in ROH. I like that he has a crush on her. I think it's pretty funny. That's fun stuff. You are correct, Pesky Paul. I'm not used to watching field goals be made. ECW was on TNN, not Comedy Central. No, they're on the same station with the Man Show. I'm telling you, look it up. And it wasn't Comedy Central. The Man Show was not on Comedy Central. It was on the cable station was in the 50s for us. And then NBC bought it out. It was the Man Show with Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla. women jumping on trampolines. I think it was the Man Show. There was something like that, and it wasn't. Maybe Comedy Central picked up the Man Show later, but that was not originally on Comedy Central. Loved SD Jones. At least his matches made sense. JD, be honest. The only thing I want to see right now is Cody Rhodes win the WWE title. Other than that, Randy Orton being back. That's all I've been paying attention to. I pay attention a little bit to Nick Aldis, but he doesn't wrestle. He plays a character. I mean, you all play characters in wrestling, but he's like management. Oh! He could go Aaron Jones on a big run, crossing midfield. How do they not tackle him? Should have been tackled at midfield. Huge play by the Packers. Could cement this game here. Cleve Baseball Fan 879 JD. WWE will have to do some scrambling with Rollins. He's good. I'll tell you who I watch once in a while in WWE. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Now Nick Aldis is there. I don't really watch, but I watch it on YouTube, like his little talk. Has he really wrestled yet? I don't think he's wrestled. He's management, basically. I mean, he plays the role of management. Greg Gorecki, former Madison Square Garden matchmaker Teddy Brenner thought Walcott would likely have beaten Ali. He might have. Again, we don't know. Ali's great. I'm not taking anything away from him. But everyone with the older fighters, they think they can't fight. If anything, you're better. Older fighters are better fighters than most fighters nowadays. Again, people knock Canelo. Canelo, to me, is phenomenal. I'm not a big Canelo fan, but he just, he moves up in weight, wins. You gotta give him credit for that. I don't think he should fight that at light heavyweight again. He's gonna get his ass handed to him again. Oh man, I didn't know. Yeah, Rollins is hurt. I think he's gonna be out for a while. Styles do make fights. You're correct, Mr. Gorecki. I'm sorry. I'm looking over. Oh, outside. Oh, first down. Packers might be putting another touchdown up. Steve Fox, maybe I'm disillusioned by the fact that I haven't had great luck with Rocky on tabletop, title bout, or Glory Days boxing. LOL. Could be. Rocky does not win in my Legends of Boxing PC game. He's done pretty good. He lost to Joe Frazier in my little tournament I had, or my original heavyweight tournament for Glory Days Boxing, but came back later on to beat Ali for the title. We had a hell of an Ali-Marciano fight. I thought Ali, it was funny because I said this, we did this on, this one was on, and again, everyone, it's tough to emulate. Oh, what's love out? He flips it. Yay, they made a tackle. Ali and Marciano, title bout 2 PC, was a hell of a fight that we simmed and called. Spoiler alert. What I said was how it was funny because if you're going to judge it on the power punching and pressure, could go close to Marciano. If you're going to judge it on the boxing, could go close to Ali, and it was a split decision. I'll leave it at that. Greg Gorecki, Sugar Ray Robinson, 131-2 when he retired the first time. What makes Sugar Ray Robinson great is not just that, but when he comes back, he's beating guys in their prime. Now, he lost fights. The thing I can say about Sugar Ray, like I said earlier, when he lost fights, he lost fights. They didn't give him gift decisions. I think Ali got some gift decisions. That's just my opinion. Greg Gorecki, Ali lost all 3 Norton fights because I agree. I think he lost all 3 fights, and Norton had his number. Norton had a good jab. I think he didn't beat Norton once, but he got 2 out of 3 decisions. Now, Green Bay's forced to a field goal. If they make it, it's going to be 24-17. So San Francisco, this is it's a good game. San Francisco will still be within, obviously, a touchdown. Pesky Paul. The first fight I remember watching as a kid, Holmes and Cooney. Tremendous fight. Tremendous fight. Cooney says he probably shouldn't have paced himself, But that was a good fight. You can find it in HD on YouTube. Good fight. The whole country was talking about that fight. He missed. That's an Red Sox fan field goal kick. Oh, man, that's a heartbreaker if you're a Packers fan. Laces are spin. Oh, he just pushed it left. Oof. That's a heartbreaker if you're a Packers fan. He just missed that field goal. Yeah, Cooney Holmes was, they talked about that in the regular news, the world news, that fight. Again, sometimes for the wrong reason, unfortunately. Tremendous fight. Cooney's downfall, well, he had some substance abuse issues. Should have got, and he was distraught after that. Holmes wasn't going to give him a rematch, even though it would have been a lot of money. But Holmes, I understand Holmes' point. Cooney made more money than him. He was pissed. Cooney fought a good fight. When Cooney fought Spinks, I don't understand why he didn't jump on him. Spinks, that was a good win for Michael. People might say, oh, it was Jerry Cooney. It's a good win. Cooney could punch. So, good fight. Highly recommend watching both those fights were good fights. And Cooney's career might, Yeah, we already did that one. Sorry. Greg Gurecki. Tyson never defeated a Hall of Famer in their prime. I agree. Again, that's no fault of his own. He beat Holmes. Holmes was past his prime. Now, could he beat Holmes in his prime? Maybe. Because he had the punch. Anyone who can punch and was a good heavyweight could win in any era. But Holmes was a very good fighter. The thing with Tyson, Ernie Shavers, when he fought, Shavers had stamina issues, but Shavers, God, could he punch hard. Shavers had a questionable chin. Shavers was a front runner. If you could hurt Shavers early, he was done. I think Mike Tyson could win. I'm not saying he can't, but I think Evander Holyfield's the better fighter. He beat him twice. That has to go for something. That's my pet peeve with ratings in boxing. You can't have, if fighter A beat fighter B, C, D, and F, but somehow B, C, D, and F sort of have better ratings than fighter A, and they pretty much fought like in their primes, you can't have that. When you're rating things or you're making a game, should there be a possibility that those guys can win? Yes. But it has to lean to the guy who actually won the fights. I blame myself for the miss too. Here's another one Mark Jones brings up, and people might get mad at this. He says, every boxing game I have, Peter Jackson's always the best heavyweight. Now, Peter Jackson was really like a light heavyweight middleweight. I believe, if I'm thinking, I could get it mixed up, but he didn't weigh anywhere close to 200 pounds. But yet he's considered an all-time great heavyweight. How? Very good fight. All-time great fighter. Yes. All-time great heavyweight. Peter Jackson. People talk Marciano was small. I think Peter Jackson was smaller. Again, I might be getting him mixed up with a different heavyweight. And if I am, I apologize, but I think I'm correct. Interesting point. He does well in my boxing games too. Pesky, JD to Pesky. I grew up with the NWO. That was fun. I like the NWO. That was good wrestling. Even the Attitude Era, again, fun stuff. And ever since that, hard to watch pro wrestling. Andrew Rothman. Al, have you seen wrestlers on Netflix? Several of the wrestlers, including Al Snow, come to the gym I work at. Cool. I've heard about it. I need to watch it. I watch a lot of Al Snow stuff on YouTube. And I like listening to the old wrestlers and even the new wrestlers talk about stuff because it's fun to me. Absolutely. Missed field goal. And again, Pesky Paul blames me. JD laughs. I agree. Mark Jones, turn out the lights. The party's over for that kicker. Purdy under pressure, dumps it. That picks up 4 or 5 yards there. Dumped it to McCafferty. Yes, Cooney was a front runner. Cooney was another front runner. If you could put some doubt in his mind, absolutely. Pete or Charlie Gogolak. Now, they were the first soccer-style kickers, right? One played for the Patriots. One played for the Giants. Empty backfield. 3:42 left in this football game. Purdy throws open. Oh, Kittle. Oh, is that Kittle? Get your hair cut. Drop the first down pass. Doug Hunt, you're correct. That was an Al field goal attempt. Our good friend, Fox Crew Cards. Check out that fun card channel with his family, his son, his wife, his daughter. Fun stuff. Fox Crew Cards with our good friend AP Fox. AR Fox, I'm sorry. Fox. I'm tired. No, I'm kidding. Loved Ernie in my youth. Wide world of sports. Ernie Shavers was an exciting fighter. First down catch. Wow, nice. Oh, they're saying no. Did he catch it or not? Yep, they said he caught it. Ernie, no, he was a TV-friendly fighter, awesome fighter, front runner. Shavers was not in a dull fight usually. Holyfield's rated pretty good in Legends of Boxing. That one's I just think in other ones I think Tyson's rated a little higher than Holyfield. And again, just my opinion, Holyfield beat him twice. Holyfield outbullied the bully. I think Tyson would have a lot of trouble with Riddick Bowe because Bowe was a big man and he could fight well on the inside. That's how he beat Holyfield. It's not because he kept Holyfield on the outside. They fought inside, toe-to-toe. Those fights were phenomenal, those 3 Holyfield bullfights. Adam Copeland used to train at the gym where I would train young boxers. The R-rated superstar, Adam Copeland, a.k.a. Edge. Kittle caught that, and they can't tackle him. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 1, I think. I think we caught up with the chat. Holy cow, we caught up with the chat. So is San Francisco... you know what? That's a good... is San Francisco going to win this? But let's go back to Pesky Paul. Let me bring up Legends of Boxing. And let's look at ratings. Let's look at... Oh, it's a good game.
No way.
San Francisco, he missed a field goal. Green Bay missed a field goal. That's a heartbreaker because they would have been up 7. Now, San Francisco, they score a touchdown. They go ahead. We're going to the 2-minute warning here.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be done shortly.
Okay.
Then I'll put that.
Tell everybody I said hello.
Nurse Teresa says hello. Let's go Legends of Boxing for a second. And let's share the screen. Take care, Mr. Gorecki. Thank you for stopping by. Always greatly appreciate it. God bless you, my friend. Mark Jones. Tyson Peak was a summer of 88. Don't disagree there. All right, let's do this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's share the screen. Let's look at some boxing ratings. In Legends of Boxing. Excellent game. Highly recommend it. Download the demo for free. Play forever and ever. If you like it, buy it. I love it. I love this game. I love Glory Days Boxing on my tabletop, or whether I put it on the Excel spreadsheet and we show it off that way. And I love Jim Trunzo's Title Bout 2. Also, a really fun boxing game is Title Bout Championship Boxing. It's text-based with a little animation, has thousands of fighters. Thousands. For $13 or 13 something. Under $15 with tax. Unbelievable. You can actually use that game to make boxers in other games if you're not sure of how you want to rate them. All right, let's do present, share screen, share screen. window here. Share. All right. All right, we're coming down. 2 minutes left in the Packer 49ers game. 49ers down 4. They have it in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 15, it looks like. Quick hitter out of the backfield to McCafferty. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. I don't think he got back, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Mark Jones says, I do ratings for the first title bout. Cool. He's working on that, on the new Glory Days. Oh, any news on Glory Days boxing coming to PC? I have helped Anthony try to find a programmer. It's amazing when you make contact with someone, you get excited, and then they never get back to you. And I know Anthony was trying a while back. I'm still looking for a programmer. We have fielders out there. Again, I'm just looking because I love the game. And I love to see it come to PC because I think it'd be phenomenal. It's a phenomenal tabletop game. It'll be phenomenal on PC. Did Purdy get the first down on that run? I think he might have. They're cheering, so I'm going to say yes. All right, so let's go. And this is a beautiful game. Let's go to rankings. And we have the heavyweight. So Muhammad Ali's my champ here. So Marvis Frazier had a good run. So Mike Tyson. All right, let's look at, here's Evander Holyfield. Let's look at his card. He's a physical fighter, I think. So against other physical fighters, he's a touchdown McCafferty. They go ahead. That missed field goal was a killer. So again, that's a solid rating for Holyfield, a 10. Against a tactician or a boxer, he's an 8. And again, that changes depending on who he's fighting when it comes to control factor and how they're fighting, what type of style. Okay, so he's a 10 and an 8. Let's look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a 10 and an 8. I think that's pretty fair. That's to me, that's fair. So I probably would make Tyson a 9 and an 8, maybe. Though again, you're looking at, I just think somehow Holyfield, to me, Holyfield obviously beat him twice as the better fighter. So you have to encompass that in the ratings. 10-8, 10-8. Those ratings are not bad. So let's go there. Ali obviously is a 10 and an 11. So 10 against, a pressure fighter, and 11 against a boxer. My one thing about this game is when you have a pressure fighter, he loses more stamina, even if he does tremendous in the round. I don't like that. That's my one gripe, one of my gripes in this game. And I love this game. I play it a ton. In other words, what I'm saying is, say Joe Frazier is fighting Muhammad Ali, and Frazier has a tremendous round fighting on the inside. He somehow loses more stamina than Ali. And I mean, let's just say he outpunches Ali. He wins. Again, in Legends of Boxing, it's not punches landed, it's like points you get for the punches you like, how good were the combinations and the punches. So it's not, you're never going to see like 28 punches landed. It's like 10 or 8. But that's like how well the combination, how well the offense was, It's like points, I call them. It's just the system they use. And it's a very good system. It's fun. But the one thing I like them to see if they can change is if Ali or any fighter is considered a boxer and he's getting raked that round, like the guy's fighting on the inside, he outscores him 8-2. How the hell does that guy lose more stamina? Now you can say, well, fighting on the inside takes more. Yeah, but he's pounding the crap out of the other guy. It should take a little more away from the other guy. It doesn't make sense to me with that. That's just my opinion. Niners touchdown. How big was that missed field goal? They have 1:02 pouring rain. So they need a field goal to tie. This is very interesting, folks. Again, I highly recommend Legends of Boxing. I highly recommend Title Bout 2, both games on the PC. That's how I enjoy them. And on tabletop, tremendous, highly recommend Glory Days Boxing. Ooh! Okay. Mark Jones. Holyfield was a counterpuncher and should be better against a boxer. That's a good point. I don't disagree with you there. So maybe, and again, you can change the ratings. I don't. They work hard on these ratings. And that's their way of, and again, it's a good game. Not knocking it. So what would you like to see? 10-9? That'd be interesting. Maybe the chin should be a little lower at heavyweight, possibly. But again, he didn't go down that much. It'd be interesting if you could put in any boxing game. This would be in any boxing game. The weight discrepancy or the size discrepancy, where a fighter uses his size and weight very well. Like Riddick Bowe used his size and weight to a tremendous advantage over Holyfield. I don't know how you would do that. Maybe if, again, it's all subjective. I did play testing for Legends of Boxing 2. It should be coming out soon because test play is over. Is that on PC? Or is that the card and dice, Arnold? And that's cool. That is cool. Pesky Poe. How is Legends of Boxing 2 different? What new features? I don't know. Arnold Hunter maybe can answer that. I think there's a lot of re-ratings of fighters, possibly. It'd be cool in the PC game if you can see two little guys, like Title Bout Championship Boxing, smack each other. That'd be fun. Oh, Love is on the move. 1st and 10. Not a lot of time left. Oh, my God. It's picked off. Ball game over. He's going to run it back. No, he's going to fall down. Just fall down. What's he doing? Fall down. Just fall down. The players were telling him, fall down. It's all over. San Francisco will advance to the NFC Championship game. Yes, it was a rookie mistake. Mark Jones, when I rated boxers for title bout, size is incorporated into the control factor. Very cool. So Dave Little is a bit disappointed, but says, good run for the Packers. Yes, it was a bad choice and bad pass. I agree with you. JD, bad pass. Yes, it was. So that's interesting. Let's go here. Now, so Marciano, this I don't understand. Marciano should be a 10, not a 9. I know it's only a 1 digit up. Against another inside physical fighter, he should be a 10. A 10. Let's all repeat that. A 10. Again, people have a misconception that Marciano got knocked down a lot. Do you know how many times Rocky Marciano was knocked down in his professional career, being in the small heavyweight? How many times was Rocky Marciano knocked down? We've discussed this before. People have this tremendous misconception that he somehow got knocked down a lot. So he should be a 10 here. He should not be a 7 against a boxer. He should not be a 7 against a boxer. He should be at least, I would have him a 10-8 or a 10-9. Now, I'll go to the lower side, 10-8. He should never be a 7. I think these ratings are these control factors are way too low for Marciano. Okay? Against a physical fighter, he should be a 10. Against a boxer, he should be no worse than an 8, possibly, in my opinion, a 9. So, the Cubs, the Bears, the Great White Shark has joined us. Great. A Packer-Lion championship would make a Bears fan suicidal. Take care, Uncle Dave Little. People saying goodnight. But again, I have a little issue with this. He should not be a 9. He should be a 10 against a physical fighter. He should be at least an 8 against a boxer, if not a 9. Okay? Mark Jones. Like with Swarmer fighters, I would give them a high control factor because they'll be in control and a lower punch is landed. That makes sense. I agree. But I'm just saying right here, and these are just my opinions, but you cannot. Now, he's a 9-7. Okay, let's remember that. He beat Jersey Joe Walcott twice. Jersey Joe Walcott's a 9-9. How? You see what I'm saying? I have some questions about this. If you have him a 9-9, Marciano should be a 10-9. At worst, a 10-8. But he should be Jersey Joe Walcott should not be okay. You got him a 9-9. Really, maybe he should be an 8-8, right? Should be an 8-8. Lost twice to Marciano. But yet, if you do this, and again, unless Marciano lands a knockout punch, he's going to most likely lose a decision, which is fine. I'm just saying, but I don't see that. Here's another one. And yes, Marciano had tough fights against all the. Well, Walcott, second fight was not tough. He knocked him out in one round. First fight, he was losing until he knocked him out. Ezra Charles, another one of my favorite fighters. I love the old fighters. Where's Ezard? Here's Ezard. So Ezra Charles is an 8-8. That's fair. Okay? Now, Ezra Charles, guess what? I know Walcott beat Charles for the title, but go back and look. Ezra Charles beat Walcott before. So 8-8. If you have him in 8-8, that's what I think Walcott should be an 8-8. That's just my opinion. You got Walcott a bit too highly rated. Now, let's go to Ernie Shavers. That's fair. 8-7. I like that. I think there's a few of these ratings that got for the control factor. I hope he adjusts them. Marciano was better against boxers than most people would believe. He had no trouble against Lestarza, Walcott, and Charles, but everyone did. Well, Walcott and Charles Charles in both fights, but he won. And Walcott in the first fight. Lestarza the first fight, but he got his punches in. It's not like he was, So again, that's just my little thing. And again, I don't disagree with Ali at all. Again, this is Ali in the prime. These guys are on their prime. You can adjust these two. You can make this is a real cool game. You can make fighters quite easily if you want. The community's made quite a few fighters. I made Tyson Fury. I'll show you my Fury card. And I made Joe Baxky. And I tested Joe Baxky. And I think we've got pretty fair results. Yes, I fight with a lot of Joe Baxkys offline. He's 20, 12, and 2 with 14 stoppages. We tested him against Ezra Charles. The first time he beat Charles, I realized his ratings were a little too high because in reality, he lost to Charles. Charles stopped him. One of the few times he was stopped in his professional career. So I brought some of his ratings down, okay? And then we lost to Charles, TKO in 15. Lost to Charles, TKO in 14. I said, okay, I got it pretty good. Walcott, he lost by TKO. I think in reality, he lost a decision to Walcott. And then I just started fighting him against guys. I mean, he beat Pierre Koopman. No surprise there. He beat Mike Weaver. I could see that. Lost to Joe Louis. They were supposed to fight. They never did because he lost in Europe. Got robbed. Though he probably took his, I think the guy was Finnish. I think he was from Finland. He probably took that heavyweight a little lightly. Lost to Bugner. Okay. Then he beat Razor Ruddock, Nino Valdez. Then lost to Jimmy Ellis. But he came back and beat Ellis. Lost it to. So this has been fun. He's been my favorite fighter to do. And again, I created him. And I think this, again, his record was 61-9-3 with 30 stoppages. He had a good chin. Again, he only lost one fight. I'm almost certain it was to Ezra Charles by TKO, where he got stopped. He didn't go the distance. So it's fun. You can create fighters quite easily, and then you can test them in a different universe, and then bring them over to your regular universe or whatever. So. Take care, JD. Thanks for stopping by. Remember to check out JD the Dragon and subscribe. Pesky Pole. This was great. I'm going to go play a quick game of PC replay basketball, then head to bed. Take care. Thank you for joining us, Pesky Paul. I'm going to call it a stream pretty soon because I got to go help Nurse Teresa with something. But this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. If you want to do this again for football or any other sports, well, baseball season, we may do a Saturday because the MLB has a Saturday night games before Fox picks them up. Maybe we'll do that. But this was fun. We had fun. We went 2 hours and 30 minutes. And again, highly recommend Legends of Boxing. Highly recommend Title Bout 2. I play the PC games. I love them. And tremendously highly recommend Glory Days Boxing on the tabletop. Remember, Glory Days football, pro football has come out. We showed you that a little earlier, and that's on sidelinestrategies.com. So just go back and you can see how you can pick that up. PDF is available. It's for $8. $8. You get, I think it's 32 all-time great NFL football teams. All right. So we did that. Let's stop sharing. And let's bring this over here. You can't see this, but let's close that out. Save and close. Close out Legends of Boxing. So, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, and thank you again to JD the Dragon, and you want, hit the like button. We're very close to 2,000 subscribers. At this point, we're 4 away. That would be awesome to pick up before the weekend. If not, we'll get there at some point. I thank everyone who subscribed to my channel from way back when, like the Cubs, the Bears, and Dave Little to just recently. Thank you very much. I'm always astonished that people like to spend time with myself and the FOC. It's fun. We have fun. That's what it's about. Enjoy the games you play. Enjoy the sports you watch. Enjoy the shows you watch, the books you read. Your opinions are yours. There's nothing wrong with them, okay? But be open-minded to other people's opinions also. You don't always have to agree, but let's all be cordial about lots of stuff. So, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate everyone's time once again. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Become a member of the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. It's very easy. You subscribe to my channel, you subscribe to their channel, sub, like, share. If you're starting your own channel, tell us. We will help you out. That's what the community is about. I might come back and stream a game after I do what I need to do. So, Simsalabim, baby. Simsalabim. And if you know who said that and what cartoon, I'm very impressed. Let's see if someone can get Simsalabim, the character and the cartoon, before we go off air as I go through my thank yous. I'd like to thank Doug Hunt, JD, Pesky Pole, Mark Jones, Dave Little, the Cubs, the Bears, Bears 007, Sports Time Machine. Let's scroll on up. Arnold Hunter, Brian Hoxie, Greg Gorecki, Fox Crew Cards, AR Fox. No, that's a wrestler. MP Fox. God. Anyway, check out that channel. Subscribe. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Andrew Rothman. I don't know if it's going to let me continue to scroll, but Uncle Dave Gardner was here. Frank Wayne Scott was here. W. Vogs 18 was here. Cutter Historical. I think I said Doug Hunt already, but just in case. There's Uncle Dave Gardner. Steve Fox. Random Human 19. I liked when we were picking like our top, like who we'd start our baseball, football, hockey, and basketball. That was fun. Neil Lau, thank you, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Another replay guy, hooray, our good friend Michael Canastari. Larry Harris, W. Vogs, MK. Brought up Harry Carson. Again, we're talking about middle linebackers. Mark Price, Marlon Price. I'm sorry. I think my name is Mud. Sportsman Z, our good friend Bob Zolke. JT 2.0. SGJ Jamie. And, oh boy, let's keep scrolling up. We had a very lively chat. I think we got everybody. If I missed you on the way in, I hope I got you on the way out. And that is it. No one got the Sim Salabim in the cartoon. It's Haji from Johnny Quest. God bless. I love you all. See you very soon. Peace. Bye-bye.